Hello and welcome. This is Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and this is your video, your podcast for the full Hunter's Moon in Aries the Ram. This is the psychic astrology message for the full Hunter's Moon, and this is happening on October 20th, 2021 at 2:57 p.m. We're using Universal Time Coordinated, and we're using tropical astrology. The psychic message for this full Hunter's Moon in Aries is emissaries bring offers of leadership positions. So in other words, what's going to happen is there's going to be convoys or emissaries or messengers who are going to offer you good positions, good job opportunities for authoritative or leadership type of positions. Now, just understand that you might be leery or wary to take these positions. You might not think it's a good idea to accept these positions because you may feel that you don't trust the person who's making the offer. You may feel that the person is trying to fool you or trying to capture you in some kind of a scheme that isn't good for you. You might think the person that's offering it to you is more diabolical rather than benevolent. And you may also feel that the person is using their magnetism and their ability to lure other people. You may feel they're using those gifts, kind of an animal magnetism, to trick you or to get you to accept a position or a job and then either put you in a situation where you're not making the money that they promised you, or maybe they take a really long time to get your money to you, or maybe they don't follow through, or maybe it's just a sort of an initiation kind of a thing to get you into some kind of a sales scheme or a pyramid scheme. So just understand that you're going to be extremely leery or wary to accept this position. And you're going to feel like the person that is offering you this, you may even feel that they're somehow beneath you in some way. Like you, for example, you may feel that their level of education is not as high as you would want them to be if you were going to accept a position from them. In other words, you may feel that you're overqualified or overeducated for this position. You may also feel that the person is in an organization that is somehow a lesser or a sub-organization to one that you're already in, or you may feel that they're simply too young and that they don't have the experience that you have, and you don't feel that you want to really trust them because you feel like you're going to end up having to do all of the hard work and they'll take all of the glory or something like that. So just understand that you're going to be very leery about and wary about taking this position or this job, and you're going to not know whether you can trust the person, or you're also going to think that the person is lying to you. Okay? Your emotions are going to be involved. The first thing you're going to think is that this is a position that you would just be in love with the position, that this is a position that you really want. And so the fact that you're going to be falling in love with this job opportunity or this job description to be making money at something that you love doing, or you're just going to think, well, that's just too good to be true, and therefore that can lead you to not trusting the situation. And because it's a full Hunter's Moon in Aries, understand that Aries is about competition and sometimes aggression and sometimes even warfare of some kind. And a Hunter's Moon in Aries, Hunter's Moon in itself, is about hunting something down or being hunted and capturing that or being captured. So this is a double whammy. This is a Hunter's Moon in the sign of Aries. So you've got a double whammy for this sort of aggressive energy. the Aries is ruled by Mars. So you've got a martial energy, and you've got the hunter's moon being about bloodshed. So understand that you feel that somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. And you might feel that they're trying to make you wrong if you don't accept a position. Okay? Making people wrong is something that comes up during the aggressive side of Aries the Ram. So just understand that there's going to be a lot of energy too, but behind a hunter's moon and with the sign of Aries the Ram. And there's going to be a competitive feeling. Now, the feeling, the emotions of this being a job that you could really fall in love with, that you would adore, you're going to have to really put the person through their paces. You're going to have to make them jump through hoops in order to get you to accept. Like, they're going to have to give you some kind of an advance or money up front, or some kind of they're going to at least have to give you some kind of notoriety up front. They're going to have to do something for you that can't be taken away from you, because they say, oh, well, like, you know, I'll help you on social media, or I'll subscribe, or I'll like, or I'll do something like that. But they can remove that. So that's not good enough. They're going to have to do something that they can't take away, like give you a little bit of your payment, your wages up front that they cannot take away, or something to that effect. Something, or put some kind of a, make some kind of a contract, so at least you have something that they can't take away, like an email that makes you some kind of a promise that you can at least use it legally. So this is, a written agreement. Don't make any verbal agreements regarding on this full hunter's moon during this, from this waxing moon to this full hunter's moon. Don't make any verbal agreements. They have to be in writing. And if they're going to give you something, it's got to be something they can't take away from you. So this is very important. All right, now to continue, for your mansions of the moon, lunar horoscope portions, and the star magic coordinates, again for Wednesday, October 20th, 2021, the moon transits the third lunar mansion at 11:33 a.m. We're using Universal Time Coordinated and Tropical Astrology, and October's full hunter's moon will be in the sign of Aries the Ram. Now, this hunter's moon will be shining at 100% moonlight, which is potent for completing projective magic rituals and beginning plans for receptive magic spells. Luna will be in Aries, 25 degrees, 42 minutes and 51 seconds, moving into Taurus, 8 degrees, 34 minutes and 17 seconds, according to Abraham. So those are the margins for lunar mansion number 3, mansion of the moon number 3, between the end of Aries and the beginning of Taurus. But because this full hunter's moon is in Aries, it's going to land in the Aries portion of this lunar mansion margin. Also, the timing of the lunar mansion and the timing of the full moon landed in the third lunar mansion. Now, the star, the pointer star that you're going to be dealing with in the third lunar mansion, the star that you would want to supplicate, and the angel of that star, the star is named Alcyon, and the mansion is named Al-Thurayya. Al-Thurayya is the name of the third mansion, and the star is named Alcyon. It's the pointer star, and it dwells in the Pleiades, or the seven sisters called the many little ones. Now, the other name of Alcyon is Editari. Okay, even though we're in Aries, it is the indicator star of this mansion, which it has its margins at the end of Aries and the beginning of Taurus. So Editari, or Alcyon, is the star. That's the two names of the star, Alcyon or Editari. Now, the angel who you want to supplicate and have help you for the star magic, the angel's name of this star and of this lunar mansion is Amixiel, for this lunar mansion Al-Thurayya, and for and for the star Alcyone. Amixiel is the angel. You want to ask Amixiel to bring all excellent belongings, effects, and properties to you. Sorceresses and sorcerers create representations to bring harmony, adoration, and affection betwixt a husband and a wife. To voyage securely upon the world's oceans is another magic that can be done, or sorcery. Also, another one is to bring the alchemist's praxis to achievement, especially those employed by fire. Also, to strengthen detention centers so that the detainees' internment is fortified, and also to pursue wild game in the wilds. To persuade Amixiel to grant you the acquirement of all superior holdings, a rendering of a woman sitting down, raising her right hand and holding it above the top of her head, is recommended by Warnock. Now, Agrippa describes the third lunar mansion as being named H.O.A.F or Al-Thurayya, or again, Warnock calls it Al-Thurayya. Okay? Now, where Agrippa gives it these other names. Now, the third lunar mansion, Agrippa also recommends supplication towards Amixiel the angel to bring auspicious treasures and every richly privileged effect using the icon of a woman who is luxuriously attired, raising her arm and hand above her head, languishing in an expensive chair. That's according to Agrippa. Now, these are the different types of magics that you can utilize. Also, during this mansion, you want to understand that if you're going to use gemstones, according to Kabbalistic lore, Aries is ruled by Mars. And the Aries birthstone is diamond. So that's what you can utilize during this mansion. That kind of a gemstone for diamond. Especially a red diamond for this one, if you want to bring it to some kind of a hunter's moon, because again, hunting and being successful at hunting is one of the magics or sorceries you can use during this mansion. So this is a triple whammy: a full hunter's moon, Aries, and in the mansion of Al-Thurayya, or the third lunar mansion, where hunting is something you can use. Also, the other things that we mentioned. Now, what you want to understand is, because the moon is full, you want to really put the icing on the cake of any projective magic you've been doing. Or if you want to start this before this full moon, because the moon's waxing right now, this would be excellent to bring it to fruition. So, because then when this full moon is over, as soon as it's over, then the decreasing begins. So you want to make sure you get all the projective magic done before the full moon. Before the full moon. And the full moon will be at 2:57 Universal Time Coordinated, 2:57 p.m. 2:57 p.m. Universal Time Coordinated on October 20th. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you next time.